can't believe it's been almost 2 weeks since I've played. Been wrapped up and stuff, and I'm trying to stream my full experience through Hogwarts Legacy. See how that goes. Alright, so we were just about to do a mission. Let's see if we can remember.
Professor Fig, the Keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the portkey. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. Very well. You'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I don't know the headmaster's house elf. Will he even speak to me? I imagine he's loyal to the headmaster.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't Polyjuice Potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does?
So how do you already have Polyjuice Potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the Ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more. How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the Ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
So weird. I probably can't do any additional quests.
Professor, a moment of your time, please. Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only, you'd asked me about a particular potion, and I
did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
Hey, Benchmaster. Not playing Diablo 4 beta? No.
Really? Why can't we talk about potions here? Seems fine to me.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Now, to determine which student gets this rather unenviable task.
This game's so cool, though. Yeah. I apparently haven't played it in 2 weeks. My last save was from 2
When
weeks
I
ago.
witness what passes for magic in these halls, I simply mourn for the future of the wizarding world.
I thought I heard the headmaster approaching.
Gareth! Mr. Weasley! What are you doing here? Don't you have, somewhere to be?
Oh, Professor. Yes, of course. All sorts of places I'd rather be right now. Do you need something from me?
I'm looking for my house elf. Surely you've seen him?
Ah, the little one-eared fellow. I saw him heading to the Great Hall moments ago. Muttering on about your, sterling graces, sir.
I hear you're getting quite good at those concoctions you brew. I say, why don't you bring a sample of your next batch to my office? I'd like to give it a try. What?
Yes, sir. I will. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
On your way, Mr. Weasley.
You can get everyone in trouble. Actually cited for...
Well, there's
NFL
one for my diary.
update again. Looks sweet so far. Oh, the Sinister 6 one? Nice. Yeah, I haven't been excited for an update since the last Doctor Strange one. And even that was kind of lacking, in my opinion. I think they did Strange dirty.
Stand proud, purebloods. The future is yours.
Headmaster, here, what could he want?
Mr. Gaunt, where do you think you're going?
I beg your pardon, sir. I'm simply on my way outside.
Taking the day off, eh? Typical student, wasting the hours away.
I have to write 20 inches on Dittany and its uses. Was heading to the greenhouse.
Ah, yes. Mixed with bubo tuber pus makes a fine mustache paste. Yes, mustache paste. I find.
Are you feeling all right, sir? You don't seem yourself.
I assure you I am quite healthy, Gaunt. If I need a medical diagnosis, I shall head to St. Mungo's.
Something is very wrong with Professor Black. Dittany and Boobertuber pus. Moustache paste.
If you must speak with me, consult my secretaries or what have you. Now move along.
Red Goblin looks sweet. Yeah, I thought it was Fisto at first. I didn't realize it was Red Goblin. The timing was bad. He just missed Tier 4. Yeah. At least with Tier 3, though, I mean, he's already basically doing like 8 or 9 million for most people, so with a Tier 3, he should cap, I would assume, with a new uniform if they do him justice.
Professor, a word? Professor Black, again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kogawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
Good idea. I can even provide the parchment should you need it. Now, where is my elf?
Parchment? Very well, I will, and with pleasure. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kogawa.
What did we do to deserve him as a headmaster?
I wonder almost daily why I accepted this appointment from the Ministry.
I think it's Simon Pegg that talks for the headmaster.
I hope it's not about anything I've been doing.
Miss Broom, a word.
Oh, Professor, this is an interesting surprise. It's Bloom, by the way.
Remind me of your area of affinity, Broom. OWLs are swift approaching.
Charms, sir. Non-verbal spells. Might work on one that makes me disappear.
Well, keep at it, Broom. And before you know it, you'll be as invisible as that new fifth year seems to be.
They're not invisible, sir. I've seen them near the library. In fact, they help me with my, heavy books.
Speaking of invisible, where's my blasted house elf?
You know, for someone who's supposed to be sneaking around, he's certainly talking to a lot of people,
Something
causing
seems
mischief.
a little off with the headmaster.
Chewing with your mouth open? Where are your manners?
Professor, I need to speak to you. Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
Ah, well, yes. He's handling some official ministry business for me.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
So awkward and weird.
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig? I shall never understand that.
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
Scrope's as hard a worker as any house elf.
Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, but Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pur.
Ha! Thank you. Never speak of this conversation with me or anyone else.
Of course, sir. Scrope shall try his best to keep out of Master's way.
The polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of... Attention, students! I hereby decree that the Great Hall be forthwith decorated in the elegant banners of Ravenclaw. I shall be taking no questions at this time.
That was the best thing I've done. Although, I'm sure that's going to get me caught.
Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now to speak the password to the gargoyle.
Elf abuse is rampant in these parts. It is. It's actually, J.K. Rowling got a lot of criticism for it, in fact. Why is it not letting me do the headmaster quest? Okay, there we go. Did she? She did. Because apparently people are telling her promote slavery or something stupid. I don't remember the exact details, but people give Rowling crap all the time. Even though she is very much, how do you say,
Hey, it's me, Gareth. Do you have a moment?
Were you calling me, Gareth?
I was hoping you might want to redeem yourself for not having brought me that Fupa feather and potions. You see, I have an idea for a fizzing Whizbee-inspired beverage, but I'm missing a key ingredient.
Where do you find time for this and your homework?
I've plenty of time for both. Been managing for years. So, I suspect the key ingredient in fizzing Whizbees is dried billywig stings. I heard there's a store of them in Honeyduke's cellar. I'd get them myself, but my Aunt Matilda has her eye on me. Thinks I need to focus on potions class for a while, not for my own brews. I was hoping you could follow a secret passage to Honeyduke's cellar and grab a few dried billywig stings for me.
I don't know, Gareth. Secret passage to a cellar. Sounds like it's off limits.
Not at all. It's a perfectly legitimate secret passage. I'd use it if I could. The passage is hidden behind the statue of a one-eyed witch in the third-floor corridor. Just tap it with your wand and say, Descendium.
Are you asking me to steal from a shop?
Goodness, it's not as if I'm asking you to rob Gringotts. Honeyduke's is more than enough, and I only need a few. It's a sweets ingredient. They won't be missed. Trust me.
Couldn't you have someone buy the dried billywig stings?
They're not for sale, and you never know when the cellar's going to be locked. So, the reliable way in and out is through the secret entrance.
I'll see what I can do, Gareth.
Fair enough. You shall be the first one to taste my newest brew if you can be of help. Perhaps I can convince a meat to help me with my potions homework. Get my aunt to loosen her reins a bit.
Wow. She was just getting the other day for something abrasive, she said, and she replied, I don't care, I'm old and rich. Yeah, people are giving Roland too much crap.
I'll need to get those dried billywig stings for Gareth if he's to finish his latest concoction.
I don't remember people getting all piffy
A
about...
one-eyed witch statue shouldn't be too hard to find.
I don't see how people get so piffy about other people's opinions on stuff. It's like, you know, everyone's always going to have differing opinions on things. It's like, I don't know, I think they take it too much to heart. There's a lot of things Rowling says that I don't agree with, but I still love her work. You know, just because you have opinions that differ that you don't agree with doesn't mean you can't appreciate their work still. But according to a lot of people out there, that's not the case. You either agree with them or you don't. Everyone walks around all day looking for ways to get offended. Yes! I agree with that. I really think people are making up stuff now just to be offended over. I personally like to put everything to a logic test. See? Look at this. March 5th. It's been 2 weeks since I've played. I like to put everything to a logic test. If you change the context of who the discussion is aimed towards and it doesn't match up anymore, then it isn't fair logic. In this particular case, like this game, she's getting a lot of crap over it, but she didn't make the game. Yes, it's her IP. Yes, she'll get money for it. The game doesn't have anything to do with her. So they accuse her of being transphobic for protecting women and women's rights, which I think is messed up, because if anything, isn't that kind of misogynistic? Regardless, I mean, I don't like using words, just leave people alone. But the fact that they're giving her so much crap over this game, which she did not produce, again, it's not her idea, it's just from her world. And this game itself, they're trying to boycott, which didn't work because we all wanted to play a game like this. But in this game, they have literally transgender people. Like, you can literally create a transgendered character. So why, if they're so upset about her opinion over it because they're trying to claim that she's attacking people who are trans, why are they attacking a game that is inclusive enough to include that? This game, honestly, is pretty over the top with this inclusivity because of the time period. It's supposed to be from the 1800s. It's like 100 years before the Hogwarts game. And back then, it doesn't really make a lot of sense, the diversity that they have in this game. It doesn't bother me, it just doesn't make sense time period-wise. It's a great game. It's well done. Like, most of the stuff that's in there doesn't even feel forced or pushed in your face. It doesn't necessarily fit too well, but they're wizards. They can do whatever they want. So, I don't get it. Like I said, people look for reasons to be offended. But better be careful. I'm sure I'm going to piss someone off. But you know what? I don't even care anymore. I'm entitled to my opinion. You're entitled to your opinion. And if you don't like it, you can kiss my rump. That goes to everyone. That's not directed at you. Just in general. Rebellio!
Hello, Hamora.
Hello, Hamora. Millennials, what will we do when they have to do actual work to make this country run? I don't even want to think about it. There's one at my work just says on her just stays on her phone the entire day. She's awful, and her boss didn't put her in the schedule this week. Don't care when people were born. They can be born of any time period. I don't even care what people believe. Hold on. I don't care what people believe. I don't care what opinions they express. I judge people based upon their actions, how they treat other people. If you have an opinion, fine. You want to share it and you're polite about it, fine. But if you're not acting on it, you're not hurting other people or harming other people or targeting other people, then I don't care. You know, just leave people alone. It's the same thing with like spiritual beliefs. Like, I don't have to agree with your spiritual beliefs. If you're not trying to convert other people or attack other people who don't agree with your spiritual beliefs, I don't care what you believe. I really don't. It's the same thing with ethnicity and sexuality. If I'm not dating you, I don't care about your sexuality. Your ethnicity doesn't matter. I don't know why people get so focused on this stuff. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's a game. It's a video game, man. Just play and enjoy.
Revelio.
Have fun. Oh, let's eat the apple. Yum, 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 yum. 2 bites. The entitlement on systematic laziness of young people right now is unbelievable. Not all, obviously. Right. There's always exceptions. There's always exceptions, but yes, I agree. There is a certain amount of laziness and entitlement amongst the younger generations. And you still see it in the older generations too, but it's more prevalent, I would say, amongst the younger generations, it seems.
Revelio.
darling sister, delighted to receive your recent owl. Sounds as if you are, as usual, rising to the challenges presented by not only students, but also a certain headmaster. Your patience knows no bounds. Speaking of patience, thank you for all you've done for Gareth. Your instincts are sharp indeed. The delicate balance of discipline and creative encouragement is all he needs. I confess I'm glad that his fellow students have replaced his own family when it comes to trying out his latest brews. Marvelous how he spins it. You are the first lucky ones. Never mentions the possibility of untoward reactions. Well, I must be off. Apologies for the short note. Seems the youngest has got herself in a bit of a predicament. Tossed a garden gnome into the neighbor's durable plums again. Anyway, hope to see you at the holidays. Send my love, G. Let me just say, the they-them thing I will not participate in. If you can't pick, I'll pick for you.
Revelio.
Oh, definitely a topic I don't want to get into on a stream, but yeah, I don't agree with changing the meaning of words. I have a regular conversation of argument over folks that are in the revival reconstruction community because they want to change the use of words. But that's the thing. It's like who the person is as an individual. I think they're putting too much into identity. It's like, be yourself. Like back in my day, we used to fight for people to be as weird or as different as they want. Do whatever you want. Be yourself. Don't harm other people. Do whatever you want. It's all cool and kosher with us. But once you start expecting other people to participate in your own personal system of beliefs, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to get into it right now. I'd be happy to discuss a different thing, but I'm going to be clipping all of this and putting it on YouTube, and really don't want people to not want to watch a game because I'm getting into theology. Professor Hecat. As discussed, I have corresponded with my goblin acquaintances at Gringotts. All have condemned Ranrock's actions, and some have privately considered that his motives may not be what they seem. From what I've heard of his treatment towards others of his own kind, those who refuse to join his ranks, I am inclined to agree with our friends at the bank. I will let you know what more I hear. Suffice it to say that for now we must remain vigilant. Respectfully, Aesop Sharp. I didn't expect you to say that much when I said it, lol. I don't blame you. No, I get it. Yeah,
Revelio.
Like I said, I'm very much like, even if someone disagrees with that mindset, it's like, feel how you want to feel, that's fine. I get a problem when you try to dictate the actions or beliefs of others in any regard. But I guess there's always a line that people are willing to cross or not willing to cross. Oh look, it's another magic mirror. Which means there's a butterfly somewhere around here.
Revelio.
Revelio. What is this? Can't even see for that door. Alright,
The gargoyle. That's where I need to speak the password.
Yes, but there's something...
Lumos.
Alright, so we're looking up in the ceiling for a lantern and a pentagram shape. Probably on the stairs. I like talking, so I get carried away sometimes. If I'm not careful, I'll just yakety yakety yak. There it is. Boom. Thank you. Buy this for PS5. You know, me and my wife were just talking about discussing the possibility of getting a PS5.
Revelio.
Not sure I want to, but I am discussing it. Headmaster's office gargoyle. The stairs that lead to the headmaster's office is guarded by an enchanted gargoyle that will let only those who know the password enter. Though anyone choosing to visit the current occupant of the office is difficult to fathom. You know, I remember it being a phoenix for Professor Dumbledore. And I remember the password was Sherbet Lemon in the movies.
Toujours pure. I wonder if all the elite wizarding families have a motto. Revelio.
Sleeping portraits, guide pages. Not all headmasters and headmistresses enjoy reliving the day-to-day challenges of running a school of witchcraft and wizardry. Some prefer to enjoy a well-earned nap when possible. Oh wow, some of these portraits are repeats. A lot of them are actually. Seen this guy right here, this guy that I'm looking at here. He's over here, and he is over here, and he is back in the hallway right here. Let's see, she's out in the hallway. He's out in the hallway. He's definitely in the hallway. There's that guy again. There's that lady witch again. And yeah, there's a lot of repeats.
Revelio.
Revelio.
Aloha Mora.
My laptop's way better than my desktop. Maybe it's intentional. Man, that must have been expensive. It's cheaper to ooh, priority. It is cheaper to buy
Revelio.
a more powerful desktop. Laptops you pay for having everything smaller together.
Aloha Mora.
Weird color scheme. My desktop is pretty beefy, but it's actually time that I
Revelio.
upgrade. Professor Black, regarding your letter dated the 20th of September, I shall not reconsider the admissions process at Hogwarts. Regards, Forrest Spavin, Minister for Magic, London. Seriously now, is there
Revelio.
Ooh, Purdy. It's one hell of a view. Ooh, I like that, the waterfall.
Aloha Mora.
Yeah, I know, but that's not much better anymore with the prices of gas. True. Wanted a new laptop and I bought a gaming one, and I hate playing games on it. Well, to me, I think that
Revelio.
desktops are much more conducive to gameplay. I'm not really a fan of gaming on a laptop. I think a gaming laptop is an oxymoron. Dear Phineas, the children have been asking about your return. Belvina in particular chooses to do so each day at breakfast and is engulfed in a sulk when I remind her that you are ensuring the quality of her future education. Sirius and Phineas rarely send me an owl. Although, wait a minute, isn't this two Phineas? I wonder if that's a typo. Sirius and Phineas rarely send me an owl, although when they do, they never mention you. I'm certain they're proud of you and all that you're doing for Hogwarts. Having one's father as headmaster is a tremendous honor. Maybe his son's named after him as well. Merlin, help me. Cygnus is now crawling and follows Arcturus about like an unwelcome shadow. Arcturus is begging for an invisibility potion, and frankly, I can't blame him. I'd be tempted to brew one if it weren't for the eternal sniveling that Cygnus would regale me with. Perhaps we shall see you during the next school holiday, but please don't forget. But please don't feel obligation. We can manage. Ursula. Oh, water's so good.
Revelio.
Before I go up there, let's go back the way I came. And open up that thing, because I think I have a key for it now. That room of admittance. Nope. Never mind. Never mind. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's good to see you.
All thanks to Professor Fig's quick thinking. Now what?
Approach the pedestal in the antechamber and read the book that appears.
What can I expect to find in the book?
A story. I cannot say more. You may recognize some elements of it, as I was inspired by a tale with which many wizarding children are familiar.
I suspect there will be more to this than reading a book.
Your suspicions are correct. We shall speak when you are finished.
Has this been under the headmaster's nose all this time?
Receipt. Hair tonic, mustache wax, bontinum pomade, comb, pearl-handed, black scraper, gold-handled, dockside, paid in very small part, reminder to be billed to ministry.
Revelio.
Revelio.
That must be the pedestal.
My voice is pretty quiet, really? What if I turn it up to here? Is that better? Maybe a little bit higher? How's that? But I've got the microphone right here.
Where am I? Professor Fitzgerald? Can you hear me?
I am here. In this place, you may call me Neve. You shall be witness to a fable. Pay attention. Things are not always as they seem. You must move swiftly and cautiously. Use the tools you encounter to find me.
I don't
The
like
first
this.
you will need is a cloak.
The Deathly Hollows?
In this place, as in life, death takes many forms. Avoid each of them at all costs.
This is awesome!
I should have run when I could. I'd be free by now.
This is my chance. Come and leave. I need to time this just right. I see. A staircase straight ahead. Ladder. Perhaps they won't be able to find me if I go up there. Best move while I can. Neve must be here somewhere. Too many. I must cross this road as fast as I can. That's where I need to go, but I need to find a way past them.
Oh.
Nothing this way, but more danger. There must be another way to find you. I need to turn back. There's no getting past them that way. That doorway looked closed tight. No way but forward, I suppose. Now's my chance. That's the way forward.
So only a little bit better? Yeah, I'm not sure what else to do. I've got it turned up pretty loud. Deathly Hollows, the invisibility cloak.
Can this be? I think I'm invisible. they can't see me at all. I can get closer to them. This is the way forward. Finally free. Now where are you, Neve?
You have outrun death thus far, but have yet to find me. Keep searching, but this time you will be unable to hide. Wield the wand you see before you. Do not squander its extraordinary power.
The Elder Wand. Last Resurrection Stone.
I've never felt such power.
Bombarda!
They messed up my spells.
Defender! Bombarda! Bombarda! Depulso! Protego! Stupid one! Bombarda! Depulso! Descendo! Defender! Bombarda! Depulso! Stupid! Depulso! Descendo! Protego! Stupid one! Depulso! Stupid one! Bombarda! Depulso! Bombarda! Depulso! Descendo! Bombarda! Depulso! Descendo! Defender. Bombarda. Defender. Protego. Bombarda. Depulso. Sender. Stupefy. Depulso. Bombarda. Defender.
Okay. Looks like then we have some zodiac signs up ahead. These are constellations, at least.
Simple stone. This must be for me.
Resurrection stone. Deathly Hollows. That's too big. The resurrection stone was able to fit on a ring.
Pass through the mourners ahead. Nothing is what it seems.
She's gone. Oh, poor Neve. Gone so...
Neve! May her memory be a treasure to us forever.
You found me, but you cannot undo what has been done. The magic of the stone can only conjure a shadow of my former self.
There's her pensive.
But there is no light without shadow, as there is no shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should. Remember that as you witness my memory.
Isadora, what you did for your father was remarkable.
Wasn't it? And Percival needn't worry about the strands of emotion or the traces that this magic leaves. I found a way to contain all of it.
You haven't stopped.
goblin, Silver.
You spoke to a goblin about this.
Don't worry, he has no idea what we're containing.
We don't know what effect any of this may have. The emotions, the dark traits.
You sound like Percival. And as it happens, I do know. It is a source of strength, of focus. Somehow it enhances my ability to wield magic.
I don't follow, Isadora.
I think we can harness it.
Power like this is not to be toyed with. In the wrong
You
hands,
saw what I did for my father. Only imagine the good we could do. Everyone is in some kind of pain.
What are you doing?
Breathe it in. Can you feel it?
Oh, Isadora. This must stop. All of it.
You've kept this power to yourselves for so long because you fear it. I choose to embrace it.
Might need to pause for a second. Yep, got time to pause. 1 second. I will have to go shortly. So let me at least wrap up this cutscene, and then we're going to have to call it a day.
Revelio.
Is it true? Has someone completed the first 3 trials?
It is, and I have.
But you are so...
young? I know. You must be Professor Bakar.
I am.
Pleased to meet you. The pensive memory I just witnessed, was Isadora inhaling painful emotions?
She was.
I found it disturbing. But how did she gain power from it? How did she harness it?
It was disturbing. Although, I wonder that you are asking about her power. I hesitate to reveal the location of my pensive to someone who, perhaps, has yet to understand the responsibility of power.
I can assure you, Professor, I do. In fact, what you don't yet know is that a dangerous goblin called Ranrock has accessed the repository at Rookwood Castle. He has learned to harness the contents of it as a source of immense power. He plans to use that power against wizardkind. We have no time to waste.
I see. Nonetheless, the knowledge you shall gain after you witness my memories is too valuable to share without further consideration. I shall require time to confer with the other keepers.
It seems we have no choice but to wait, frustrating as it is. I heard what you told Professor Bakar. Isadora was inhaling emotions to gain power?
She was. And she pulled emotions, as she did from her father, from Professor Fitzgerald, without permission.
Monstrous.
What's more, she said that she found a way to store the traces of magic she extracted in goblin silver.
The repositories?
Possibly. There's something I didn't get a chance to tell you earlier. Ranrock has been digging at locations tied to the 5 names he found in the journals of a goblin metalworker named Bragball.
5 names? The Keepers, and who else? Isadora Morganac?
Precisely. That's how he's been one step ahead of us. Gringotts, the Tower, Rookwood Castle.
If the Keepers won't tell you where the next trial is yet, I say we at least maintain a watch on Ranrock. Perhaps he'll lead us to more information.
Perhaps. I hope to hear from Lodgok soon. I haven't heard anything since I learned of the drills. Oh, and as you've probably guessed by now, your polyjuice plan worked like a charm.
I knew it would. I may have done too good a job distracting Black. I had no idea he can't hold his fire whiskey.
And of course, he couldn't confer while I was out. He had to wait until I was back. Where's the next quest? And then we'll wrap it up. Gotta go. See you tomorrow after.
I shouldn't have
noon if you
reacted
stream.
so bitterly
See you,
about
man.
your goblin friend. I apologize. I hope we can finish what we started with the triptych. Please meet me at the southern coast. We can search for the final canvas piece.
Guess we probably should go to the Room of Requirement next. So I'm going to go to the Room of Requirement, save my game, and wish you all a fond farewell and adieu for now. Do appreciate y'all hanging out, though. What the hell is going on over here? I got scratched by the dog. Ow, that's a bruise. Ow. Didn't even know that was there. Anyway. Thank you all for hanging out, and I will catch you hopefully in the next one.